on. Okay. Tony, can you modify MT4 indicators or make adjustments to them?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay, good. I got a couple of simple things that I want to go over. Um, all right, so we're going to start looking for trades basically, and then we'll move into something else. So we'll start on the 1 hour chart and just see what's going on there. Okay, so Aussie dollar looks like it wants to head up to the 89, but we've got this. Oh, these M lines here. I got to get that off the chart. Um, da-da. Is there any particular topic or anything anyone wants to discuss? By the way, pivot lines, edit. Let me just delete this completely because it doesn't delete. And the lines stay. This must be a quirk with this broker. Yeah, it's not in the list yet. It's the lines are still there. Oh, that's odd. All right, let's go to objects list.
Blue lines or the yellow line?
What was that?
Which lines are you talking about? The horizontal lines or the trend lines?
The pivot lines. The
Right.
mid pivot lines are in with the regular pivots, and let's go. Uh,
Yeah, so if the indicator is not written very well, it won't remember to delete those lines sometimes.
okay. So I just shoot. Oh, I can just put the template back on. That's all. And there we go. All right. So now we're back in action. Um, okay. So the Aussie dollar looks like it wants to go long. We've got a nice double bottom in here. All right, and we've closed above the 18 here, so this would be the next stop, possibly farther. Let's go out to a 4 hour chart. It would probably be more bearish looking than anything else, but let's just see what that double bottom looks like there. Yeah, same thing here. We still have a nice double bottom. We got a nice W here. All right. So if this closes above this 18, then I would expect it to move back to the 89. Um, okay, this looks like it's long. It wants to go long. In fact, you know what? Let me just do this way, which is how I prefer it. Oh, I don't have a. Oh, there it is. BW clean. Okay. Let's make this New Zealand dollar now. Because with the boxes from the other indicators, it does look a little congested. Let's do this. All right, we've got a nice top in up here. And my thoughts on this right now appear to be would be bearish on New Zealand dollar. Let's go to Dollar Chef. Dollar Chef looks to be long. We've got successive higher lows here. But if it goes long, I'm looking maybe to this area, this lone soldier here, right in here. And let's mark that. And let's see where we are from here to there. Uh, wow, on a 1 hour chart, even on a 1 hour chart, it's only 30 pips. Let's look at pound yen. Hmm. Pound yen has what appears to be an interesting channel here. And we're going to go back to some channels and things too for the long-term trades because it's good to have a team approach on this. Trendline properties. Let's make this a different color. Dark orchard. All right. And control. And this is what I see here for this is this range. So this looks like it wants to come down here, hit the bottom of this range. Again, it's only 20 pips or so. That's odd for a 1 hour chart for pound yen. That is odd. but that's what it shows. Okay. And dollar yen may be similar, and it is a similar range. All right, now I'll put that more up there. No, I'll just catch these two guys. That's what we have here. So this looks like it wants to come to the bottom of this. Pound dollar is in a big sideways box here at the moment. All right. So this may want to sneak back down to the bottom also. New Zealand yen. Again, the yen pairs all appear to be in this channel, this upward channel. I won't draw it there. We know it's there already. And here we have a huge 1, 2, 3 on the 1 hour euro. Here's our 1, 2, 3. I just put little boxes up there just for 1, 2, and 3. And where's our fib expansion tool? Ooh, got to change that color. I'll just bring this up into this general area. Right click in here, expansion properties, yellow, navy blue. Boom. And did I add the other level in here? Okay, it's in here already. So down in this area would be a good target off this 1, 2, 3. And because of where we are now, the safest entry would be the close below this level. So if we get a close below this level right here, oh, wrong tool. If we get a close below this level, then we could look to take this down to this other expansion, which is about 60 pips away. That's a pretty clean looking chart. Now it's on a 1 hour chart, so obviously we're looking at a pullback here. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles into this on a 1 hour. But that would be my take on this trade. A close below here, our take profit down there, and we can come back to this. Let me just make a note for later when we look for a set and forget trade. Any questions or thoughts? Euro, US. All right. Hello, Nancy. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
I can't complain. It's been a bit hectic. And again, we've got that channel. I didn't draw one on the dollar yen. I'll just draw it on this one, Aussie yen. That same channel with all of these yen pairs. So the yen is on a mission of some sort, it appears. And I'll cap this right there. Okay, Aussie dollar. That's in the channel also, as you can see, but we've got a nice double top up here. You see here these tops and these tops. Let's squeeze this in a bit, just see what else is going on. Oh, this is, oh, they're really protecting this. Look at all these taps at this area here. And what is that price? Let me see where we are. Were we near a, we're not at a double zero. We're near the 50 area more than anything else, 70, 50. Thank you for that. Somebody moving out of their apartment? All right, so let's put this line in here. And that's an exceptionally strong area. And if we put this line down here, you can see we're in that, we've got those triangles. Remember, you know, we get 1, 2, 3. We may get triangle number 4 down here and a possible triangle 5. And everyone remember that from the range trading sessions? I don't know if we did one this time. But the last group I did last year, we did.
Yeah, hi Lou. I remember you doing that last year.
Okay, and I'll just draw the triangles. I won't get into the actual lesson itself at the moment. That would be triangle 1. And this big mess here basically is triangle 2. And this is triangle 3. So what we're expecting now is a triangle 4, and then possibly a triangle 5 up. So this Aussie dollar short would be something to look at on a lower time frame. Let's see, USD short. And I don't know how to work my schedule out with these other 2 courses that I bought. One of them I don't think I'm going to do because it's just a brain drain. Okay, let's see what's going on. Euro yen here. Euro yen is caught in this particular range right here. If we were doing like Fibonacci's or counting, ABCDs, excuse me, this would be A, B, and we don't have a C point because we don't have any closes up here above this high to make the C. So, in some parlances, they call this being stuck in an AB range. You follow me? And the reason that this is the B, and if I'm going too fast, stop me. But the reason they call this the B is that this took out the old prior low. So that makes this the new high to start a fresh group of swings. All right. And normally the way this would go, it would go A, B, and then C would be a close up above here. All right. And then we'd be looking at a D move back down. Okay, so A, B, C, D. And because we didn't make a new low and we didn't make a new high, this is caught in that AB boundary. It's just another way of recognizing consolidation. And the recorder is on. So this is essentially a price trap somewhere. All right, now let me mark this. And no, I'll mark this high and see if we find a price trap back here on like a daily or weekly chart. And there it is, this guy right here. This candle. Let me move this. I want to see these wicks. Oh, there it is, right there. This is the price trap right here. Okay, so that's what's got that AB boundary locked up. So we know that this is going to be a nice trade when it takes off. So let's mark this. I want to change that color. And we'll come back to this for the set and forget trade later on also. All right, so this will come back to, and it's Euro Yen daily. Let me write this down. And the Euro US dollar is a set and forget also, right? I didn't put down what the SNF. Okay. So we'll see how this plays out, but my inkling on this is definitely short. We're looking at first profit target over here on a daily chart. Now remember that. So this is 200 pips here. And second profit target would be this lone soldier here, 400 pips. But it's got to break this box first. But we'll set that up later. Pound Aussie, let's go back to the 1 hour. Let me look at that on the daily. What's going on there? Daily, we got a nice double top. Okay, and we've got a 1, 2, 3 here, and we did not break this low yet. So an aggressive short would be here. The let me draw the 1, 2, 3 in. So you see that that's the 1, 2, 3. So a close below here would take us to this. The aggressive entry would be a close below this line with a an exit here, which happens to tie out to this last lone soldier here, which that looks like that could be a decent trade also. And your stop would be back here. But again, this is daily. So just let me see from here back, we're looking at a 400 pip stop. And we're looking at a 700 pip take profit, which is about 1.5 to 1 or so. That's not bad odds at all. And also, if we looked at this from the other Fibonacci, this is stuck in an AB boundary also. You see that? So this will be something else. This is pound Aussie daily. I'm writing 1, 2, 3. Pound Aussie daily chart 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. So we know what's going on there. Let's go back to the 1 hour and just see what's going on this morning. I would still think short this morning based on what this chart is showing us. All right, we're down below these lows. We've traded below these lows, this one. So from here to here is a reasonable target. Once this price trap breaks, we have a 1 hour price trap here. All right, so our thinking is short on the pound Aussie. So, okay. Pound Aussie, short. All right, and let me go back to Aussie dollar because I didn't write the Aussie dollar. Why am I not seeing Aussie dollar? Oh, there it is. Oh, Aussie dollar, we have this range in. Now keep in mind, if we break out the top of this, if we break out of the top, then we want this and then this, a retest that does not close back inside, and then our profit target will be the width of this box, the width of this range, which is about 80 pips. Okay, so that's what we'll be looking for there, and we can set that up later. All right, so now let me minimize this and actually close it. And all right, let's come back here. Let's go back to 5-minute charts. If anybody sees anything, let me know. All right, this looks pretty good. New Zealand dollar. Let me look at the high volatility pairs first. Let me go to pound Aussie and just see what that looks like. So we've got our, we're below the 18, below the 89. Let's squeeze this in a little bit. Yeah, so let's put a line here. And I have one of these charts set up correctly. This Paramount work time is actually not set up right, because this box should be over, all these boxes should be moved over a bit. Let me just check my other chart here and see if that's set up correctly. Yeah, this one is set up correctly. So let me make this the new template. Okay, good. Okay, close that. Make this the hot chart. Come back here, and boom. And now our boxes are correct. Okay, good. All right, so we're going to open this up here, and we've got, this is what we're waiting on. And we have our 5-minute candle alarm to come up. So I'm looking at a short on pound Aussie, and it's got a 7-pip spread, and we're looking to retest the bottom here at 27 pips. Okay, so that's one. That's on the the chart. And how much time do we have before the end of this candle? Oh, it's a new candle just started, I guess. All right, so pound Aussie. Let's move that to the top of the list. Let's take a look at Euro Yen, because that was one of our long-term setups. Let's see what's going on here. Euro Yen, we have a little bit of room to the bottom here. And we actually have a bit of an entry, 72.69. Jesus, that's pretty close. That's real close. Let me just squeeze this in and just see if there's any other information here. Nah, this looks like a decent target down here, but we're right there at the moment. MACD is short. Where would my stop be? Because that is the setup we want. We've got a nice angle on this, but we've blown out yesterday's range. That's the only issue. Let me go in with 0.25. I'll sell it right now instead of waiting for the pullback here. And let me move my stop up. 7, what do we got? A 3-pip stop. So 13 right at that high would be good. All right, so we'll stick a stop there. And I want to come down here 20 pips. All right, so this may give us a little pullback. It could be price trapping in here, but that is the setup. The only thing I'm a little cautious about is that, there's not much room left, but it's still very, very early in the day. And did the new candle alarm go off? Wait, so Euro Yen goes to the top of the list since we're in that. Pound Aussie. We're still waiting for this close. All right, with the Euro Yen, this was already, where we wanted it, this particular candle. So, we could take a little bit of liberty here with this. Let's look at Aussie New Zealand. That's like really sideways. We've got a little bit of room to the top, but this looks like it may come down here. So that's sideways. That's not anything I'm interested in. New Zealand dollar. And, well, New Zealand dollar's closed above, but I need to see a pullback and then another shot up. So this would have to come down here and shoot up. So we need to see a pullback here before I'm interested in anything on that. Let's take a look at the 1 hour New Zealand. And it's in a big old price trap here on this 1 hour chart. So we have to get above all of these highs and this old high and this shelf. And how much room is it to the top of that? Because it's tested it a few times. It's only like 10 pips. That may not be worth the shot. Dollar Chef, this is looking good. But again, we're close to yesterday's range. Wow, yesterday must have been a tight day. But we have a series of successive highs here. So I'd like to see a small pullback. That's a 1 hour chart. So let's go back to the 5 minute and we'll see if there's a pullback here we can grab in a minute. Not yet. And again, this is close to yesterday's range also. So these ranges may get blown out because yesterday apparently was a very, very tight day. And normally all of these pairs give you a little bit more than that. So we're looking for a pullback on that. Pound yen. Oh, I didn't open up the thingy, the window, to see where we are. All right. Pound yen, where are we? Okay, pound yen. Wow, pound yen has just equaled yesterday's range, which was pretty much typical for pound yen, actually. We had a nice bounce off the 00. Want to thank whoever that was to ask me to put it on the chart. So here I need to see a pullback and then a shot up. Back into no man's land here, maybe. But I don't see anything convincing here on this. And this could all be a bounce. All right, so dollar yen, same thing, exactly the same. And dollar yen, we've got some room. It was 90 yesterday, 60 today. So dollar yen may give us something here, but we'll have to see. Pound dollar. That's kind of, it's right at the 89, so this is going to be sideways. If we look over here, we don't see anything. All of these are really, really close together, so all these markets are bottled up. I assume they're waiting for some sort of news. New Zealand yen, again, needs to give a pullback, and the New Zealand and the yen are sitting right on top of each other, so we need to see some change there also. So this looks like just basically a sideways day. Oh, euro dollar, I think, is on our big list for later. Yeah, euro dollar short, I think it was. All right, let me just go back to, I want to see what that was on euro dollar. That was daily, maybe. Let's go back to
I
the
guess
5.
Yellen is speaking at 3.
Oh, God, not her again. Okay. And where were we with this anyway? It's only 5 pips. Yeah, so this could be a dragged out morning. My coffee came out okay this morning, so it's all not a total loss. All right. Aussie yen. Oh, we were looking for that euro yen trade, I think it was, right? Oh, no, this is the one we're in. We're in euro yen. What was the other one? It was pound dollar, I think. We're waiting for the new candle.
Pound Aussie, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, let's go pound Aussie then, yeah. Oh, that's up at the top. Okay, didn't give it to us, so no trade. So, that's the reason for having the rules. This looks like it wants to go up here. Squeeze this in a little bit. But again, all of this is a big price trap somewhere. Yeah, right here. Back on the 1 hour, this is all a price trap. We can even, now this will be the price trap here. So until these break, and how wide is this price trap? That's 50 pips. We may be able to get something going on a bounce back and forward. Let's go back to the 5. Bring this down, squeeze this in a bit. And okay, new candle. I'll come back to you later. There is this is our range right here. So we could look for a bounce off of this coming back down. And again, with the range, you see we have triangle number 1, triangle number 2, triangle, wait, this is 2, and this is 3 right here. This is triangle number 3. So we may get a triangle 4 here. We have to wait for a convincing reversal setup on the candles. And this must be from the 1 hour chart, I'm imagining. Let me go out to pound Aussie 1 hour. Oh, that's the big range. That's this range here. All right. So we'll see if we get a bounce off the pound Aussie short then and play that range. All right. It's just everything's sideways. And we did 292, we did 140. So we pound Aussie usually gives you 200 pips, so we've got some room. And how wide is this box? 60 pips. So if you add 60 to the 140, that would give us our range if we get a breakout to the top side. This is a nice short candle. Okay, nothing to do until it closes, and we'll get the alarm in a couple of minutes. Let's take a look at Euro Aussie, because they're on opposite ends of the spectrum at the moment. And this is pound Aussie. Euro Aussie is giving us something here. And we've got room to the bottom. And we need to get this closed. Come on. Shit. I don't know what that was from. All the Aussie charts are going to have that on it. But now, okay, on this close, we can take a short here. We've got room to the bottom. We've got a nice slope on both of our moving averages. Let's squeeze this in some more. Squeeze this in some more. Let's go out to a higher time frame. I just want to see where a profit target might be. From there to there, that's about 60 pips. That's not bad at all. Let's go back to the 5 minute, and we're waiting for the we're waiting for a close here. Let's open this up. That looks pretty good on this close, a short here. And we've got a nice level here for stops, the shelf. Let's just do some guesstimating. Ooh, 20 pips. I'm not. And again, I have to repeat this. The normal place to put these stops would be the highs. That's what they all teach you. I tend to be cheap. Is the quickest word I can use to explain it. So my stops may be tighter than normal, but putting your stops here or at the S1 would be quite acceptable, considering we've got a 60 pip profit target. That still would keep you in 1-to-1, 2-to-1. You follow me? So your stops can be where they normally should be. I just tend to work with tighter stops. So we're just waiting for this new candle to open. And as you can see by that pound Aussie, when we put that trend line in, I didn't want to jump the gun. We were trading right down here at the trend line, and this is where a lot of people would jump the gun and get in on the assumption that this is going to go short. And I always wait for the candle to close so I know I have, the most accurate information. And we're going back to Euro Aussie. And let's just see if this candle if this is going to cooperate with us. Okay, there we go. And new order, and I'm going to bump this up to a 0.5 and sell. Shit, I missed like 2 pips on the entry. I have to get my other, one of the indicators I was talking about, Tony, to make a modification is a trade manager. And what it does is the minute I take a trade, it automatically pops in my stop loss and take profit right at the top of the deal. And I don't have to come back and adjust or anything. So it needs a little bit of tweaking. All right, so we're going to hold these. I'm going to try to get 10 on each of these. Okay, close order. This looks like it's rolling up fairly quickly. And I'm not going to, split trades or anything like that at the moment. And that
Can you hear
happens
me?
at, yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, my mic stopped working for a minute. I don't know why. A trade manager, did you get that from David Franklin?
Could you repeat that, please?
That trade manager, did you get that from David Franklin?
From Franklin?
David Franklin.
No, I gave a trade manager to David Franklin.
Oh, okay.
So if he gave it
Yes,
to you, it's the one I gave him.
Well, I wrote one that does pretty much exactly that as well.
Your mic is like massively loud to the point where it's distorting.
Okay, let me try that again. Is that a bit better?
A little bit better, yeah.
Okay.
Now, you're talking about a trade manager or a entry manager?
No, it was something that would force a certain stop loss and take profit. If a trade didn't have one, whenever a new trade came along, it would force one in there.
Yeah, that's probably the one I gave him. I gave him a lot of indicators, some of which he put on his charts and showed to his people.
No, the one I'm talking about, I wrote for him from scratch.
Oh, no, I didn't get one from him. No.
That's cool.
Or at least I don't think I did. You know what? Let me double check. Oh, this is the new computer, so that file wouldn't be on here. But in the meantime, we took 10 pips on the what do you call it? On the Euro Aussie. All right, I could have held for more, but the goal was 10, so I got the 10. And we're waiting to see on Euro Yen, and then we'll look for another trade. All right, Euro Yen is still good. This may pull back a bit. We're sticking at the S1. Oh, now you're saying you have one, Tony, that does that already?
Yes, I do, and it also does trailing stops as well.
Oh, if you could post it, then I'll take a look at it and give it a try.
Sure. It also does partial profits as well.
Okay, good. Yeah, because as you see, by the time I type and everything, sometimes price moves, fairly quickly. And I have one that worked pretty well, but after the new build, it stopped. No, it began to work quirkily. I just made that word up, so I wanted to get one that actually performed properly. All right, but I'm going to look again for euro dollar short. Let's look at euro dollar. It was on our list. Any questions about what we've done so far? Euro dollar's got a little bit of room to the downside, and we already have this. No, we don't. It's dead even. That's not quite a close across yet. So let's get rid of that. Let's actually wait for the right signal. Yeah, that's not a close across. That was close right at it. So we'll wait for the right thing there. Aussie, let's see what else is here. Let's look at pound dollar. Well, we still need a pullback here. This is the 5-minute. Let's go down to a 1 because I can see it coming up and testing this R1. How far is it? 8 pips, take off 3. We'd have to shoot for 5 and be happy if we did that. All right. Okay, new candle. Thank you very much. All right, let's just go back to that. What was that? Aussie Yen, the last one we were on? One of these, I was waiting for a new candle. Let's go look at Aussie Yen. Well, that's the new candle, but it's still not a signal. And it's right at R1. Aussie dollar, same thing. Pound yen, this is a little bit tricky because we got this nice flat top here. And we hit the bottom. We've exceeded yesterday's range damn near exactly. This might be a good 2.5 trade. Okay, so 0.25, and I just want to hold that on the other screen until this candle closes. So let's put pound yen up here at the top. Let's go back to euro yen. Oh, we're in euro yen already, and we're looking for 4 or 5 more pips. This has got to pull back though. So if it pulls back, it'll probably pull back to this guy right here. And that's the pound yen, a buy I want to take on pound yen at the close of the candle. Yeah. Aussie, New Zealand. Okay, nothing there. That's kind of gone already. We got a little room to the bottom here, but I don't have anything to work with. New Zealand, we never got a pullback. Well, maybe that was no, I think we were in this candle when I drew this, but that's what I was looking for. But I needed to see some red candles, which we didn't get. So we didn't miss this trade. We just never got our entry. Might have found one on a 1 minute. This is a double top. Well, again, Aussie yen, we need. Yeah, I just don't see anything here. Aussie dollar. We got this whole wall up here on Aussie dollar. And if we get this pullback and it takes off against only 7 pips, 1 pip spread though, that's not bad. Aussie CAD. We got the whole price trap thing going on here. And how far is it to the top of this? That's 9 pips, but we need, we need this pullback, which is what's happening now. Let's go back to pound Aussie. What is that? Oh, that's some other thing I got running. Euro yen is doing the pullback we talked about. We're deep a few candles. I'm thinking it's going to bail out up in here. Pound yen. Did we get to close the candle yet? No. This is the one I want to take a long on. I could get aggressive on this. We're trading above this shelf here. Nah, I'll just wait. By the time I wait too, it'll be the beginning of the 3rd candle, so it'll go up and then it'll come back and probably pull back to this. You know what I'm saying? The 3rd candle will go up and then the next candles will start coming back for a pullback. And we're still in euro yen. Let me just take a look at that again. All right, so we're waiting for this thing to unfold. If it keeps farting around, I may grab 5 or 6 and just be content and look for something else. That'd be good. The farther down this closes, the better. There we go, new candle, and I am long. It's 4 pip spread, but it's a small lot size, so if it, decides to not be cooperative, it won't be the end of the world. And let's look at euro yen now. So these yen pairs have started to, what is it? It's 925. There's no reason for news or anything. Now, the only thing I'm not happy with this is that I have yen as both the cross pairs and a long on one and a short on the other. And they should be going the same way.
We actually have Chicago PMI at 8:45, and then at 9:30 crude oil inventories.
Oh, okay. All right, we'll see which one of these looks the best, and then we may bail out of the other one because we're going opposite ways on this. And euro and pound are not in sync anymore like they used to be. So we are, what are we in? A euro yen and pound yen. So let's just move both of these up here. Euro yen, pound yen, and pound Aussie we were looking at for some reason. We were expecting this short, but this other candle didn't pan out. And we're possibly looking for a tap off the top here. Let's just walk down the line. All the lines are in. We didn't draw anything on this, but we didn't have an entry either. Let's take a look on a 1 minute. And this is Aussie New Zealand. Well, we missed that too. All right, skip that. New Zealand dollar. Let me go back to a 5. New candle. Thank you very much. Okay, New Zealand dollar's giving us a possibility here for a long trade. So let's move this up 1 notch. And we're in no man's land here with these 2 trades. Basically down a pip and a half, $13. Let's take a look at euro pound. I don't normally trade it, but they're at opposite ends at the moment. Oh no. It's possible. Nope, that's hit yesterday's range. And I don't trade this enough to know its characteristics. But I've seen them at the opposite sides. It looks tempting. And we'll put
So we have like a trend line on EU in 1 hour. Underneath, around where the price is at the moment, two previous lows.
Is that Nigel talking?
Nancy.
Oh, Nancy. Okay. The mic. You're using your laptop speakers, Nancy?
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds a bit hollow or echoey. Could someone give me an idea what she was saying?
Yeah. Does that sound better?
Yes, much better.
Yeah. I was saying that there are 2 previous lows in 1 hour. And price, I don't know if I'm drawn the trend line properly. Seems to be confluencing previous lows. Have a trend line there.
Okay. Your voice faded out dramatically, Nancy. What pair are you talking about? Let's break that down.
EU H1.
Euro what?
Euro dollar.
Oh, euro dollar. Okay, wait. Let's go to euro dollar.
Time frame H1.
Okay, time frame H1. We were there before. Ah, damn it. This is what we were waiting for was this candle. I didn't get back here. Okay, so euro dollar H1. And what do you
If you zoom in, or what is it, zoom in, then you can see more days. Or zoom up.
Okay. Let me give you control, Nancy, so you can point out what you're talking about. We missed that trade on pound dollar. Or pound Aussie, I think it was.
Do we have a, or is it already gone?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. Well, I had euro dollar pegged for a short because of this M See this letter M right here, this 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, yeah.
I had a peg short for that also.
Yeah, it looks like a short to me, but I was thinking maybe it's struggling around there because that's also is a previous daily low.
Well,
It's hanging
also,
around yesterday's low. Price is hanging around yesterday's low, which seems to be
uh, okay, well, yeah, this is yesterday's low right in here.
no here somewhere or somewhere around here.
Well, oh, I'm sorry, we're on a 1-hour chart. Yeah. Okay. So you're saying
So I'm
price?
wondering, is that this price seems to be struggling around there, and I'm wondering, even though I know there's an M from above, would that hold?
Boy, your voice is fading out again, Nancy.
Yeah, we have price at yesterday's low, somewhere around there. That's where price is at the moment, at the close of its previous.
And you're saying that that's your idea for a short, is that we're at previous day's lows?
Yeah, well, that's not my idea of a short. My idea of a short comes from around here. From around here. That's,
Are you saying that you went short around there?
I would go short. I would remain short. But I'm from this trend line, which has a low here and a higher low here, and seems to
Your voice has disappeared again, Nancy.
the price bounce off this after always struggling. That's what I'm wondering.
Um,
Bounce off.
yeah, you're saying price bounced off the trend line?
When it's ultimately bounce.
Nancy, just forgive me, but the microphone is very, very difficult to understand.
Okay, I'll try to type this in then.
Okay. Um, could anyone make out what she was alluding to?
No, it was spoken for me.
Yeah, it was a bit. Oh, we may have a second entry here on this euro dollar. Let me blow this up. That was the one we this is the one we set out and missed it, but we've got another little pullback here on this one candle. So we may get a second shot at this a couple of pips later. And we'll keep that out there. Okay, let me look at this euro yen. All right, that's still kind of perfunctoring around a little bit. And oh, let me look at pound yen also, see what that's doing. Pound yen, we're long. Let me go back to euro yen because this may be the smarter way to play this.
I just sent the question.
Okay, I'm going to close this euro yen with a tiny win. No point in letting it turn into a loser. It was up as much as 5 while we were talking, Nancy, but I didn't want to. I wanted to try to understand what you were saying. And so now we're just on pound yen, and we'll kind of ride this pound yen out and see if this is going to go long. And I'll put my stop here at 20, but I'll be out of that long before 20. So we got a small win on the euro yen because remember they were going in opposite directions. So now I'm going to read price seems to be struggling around yesterday's low, which confluences with the trend line. What is the possibility that price might not bounce off this area? Well, there's no way to predict the future, Nancy, in that. And what you want to do is determine which way you want to trade and then determine what kind of candle pattern you need to see in order to take advantage of it. So price seemed to be struggling around yesterday's low. So now let's hang on a second. Come on. You could do it. You could do it. I got faith in you. I didn't put a take profit in. Let me put a take profit up here. Oh, I got to close this first. All right, you know what? I'll just take the 5 for now. Stop trying to do 90 things at one time. That's how I end up missing stuff. I just wanted to mark this. But the good thing about this is that we had the two yen pairs, euro yen and pound yen, a buy and a sell. They were both moving in opposite directions. So we had to close one. So what I decided to do was to close the euro yen with a small profit. So it didn't. You don't want to turn a winning trade into a loser. And then we took a small profit on the pound yen. So we actually got out of that jam okay. Not with as many pips as I would have liked, but we didn't hurt ourselves. Everybody understand the thinking in that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so when the euro yen went into a couple of pips profit, because it started struggling here and it made a slightly higher high, and then this one, like I can see this looks like it wants to try to creep up a little bit. So I just grabbed, I think it was a half a pip or whatever it was, but it was better than letting it turn into a complete, loser. And then on the reason I closed that was that the pound yen looked stronger as a trade for the long because it didn't have any natural resistance here. We already closed above the R1, and it looked like a pretty clean ride up to this level. So that didn't pan out, and I was trying to really understand what Nancy was saying. So, we got small profits on both of them, so it didn't turn into a double loss. So sometimes you got to know when to fold them, as the song says. All right, so now that was the euro dollar, Nancy, right?
It's already broken it anyway. It's broken the trend line. It's gone southward. It's gone southward.
On the 1 hour chart.
Yeah, it's gone southward.
You're saying southward or sideward?
Yeah, southward.
It's going south, yes, after it broke the trend line, yes.
Broken it, yeah.
And that's usually the sign that when you break this trend line, it should usually go to the next dominant trend line, which would be this one. And I'll draw this one here. That's the dominant outer trend line right there. So price should come down to this area. And we have this pegged as target number 1 and target number 2 for this short, based off of this 1, 2, 3 formation. Did you follow me on that, Nancy?
Say that again, please.
Okay. We broke this trend line.
Yeah.
Usually, when you break a major trend line like this,
Yeah.
price wants to move to the next dominant trend line.
Yeah.
And in this case, the next dominant trend line was this trend line here. You see that? I drew from here across.
Yeah.
Now, when we looked at this earlier, I said because of the M formation, if we get a close below here, then profit target number 1 would be right here. Profit target 2 would be right here, which is just a few pips away from this dominant trend line.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, got it.
And then again, when you break the trend line, ideally you'd like to see a confirmation candle for a short. Now, the only hitch with this 1 hour chart is if you look at the 1 hour, we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles without a pullback yet. But at least now, if we get a pullback, I would expect it to bounce off the back of this trend line.
Yeah.
It might even close above, and then the next candle could be a fake out and come right back through. If that happens, then I don't want to say guarantee, but if that happens, you've got a high probability trade down to this S2. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. So keep in mind to always keep that candle count in the back of your mind, because this should turn around at some point. Okay. So thank you for that. That was good information to bring on board. Let's go back and just finish this. What time is it? Okay. This would have been a good 1 minute. I missed this one too. But let me just see where we are here, because that's the close below. I prefer a little bit better entry. That's already a 10, 12 pip stop. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take it with a 0.5, because I'm looking longer term for this. Now let this come back a little bit. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. All right. So that is a sell, right? Yeah, I didn't mess that up. All right. So we're going to let this, because I'm looking at this from the longer term basis we were speaking about earlier. All right. So here's our pullback. I'm going to leave my stop open for the moment and look, for a bounce off of a significant area here on the 5 minute. And let me just put a take profit down here. I want to put it 30. I'll put it there. All right. So by all intents and purposes, I could give myself a 30 pip stop. And where would that put me? 29. That put me right above this 89. All right. We'll hold that for the moment. Let me just keep looking down the, let's look at New Zealand yen. That gave us a nice pullback. This could be making a 1, 2, 3 here too. So I don't see anything there. Okay, we got out of this, so we're okay in this. Now this is coming back down here hard. I think you said there was news at 9:45.
Yeah, the Chicago PMI.
Yeah. And shoot, this Euro yen is giving us another short entry after this price trap it made here with this green candle. But that news is like a minute away, I think. We were 9:44. Yeah. What are we in here? This is euro dollar. Let's put this to the top of the list. And let's go back and take a look at this. I'm really thinking much longer term on this euro dollar, more so than just this chart. And let's see how it holds up over here. This is kind of the stop out, not stop out, but the pullback area right in here. This lone guy here. That's what I would imagine. But it did all of this on one candle. Okay, so new candle. Let's just run down the list here and see what we got. That could be a decent short on pound yen, but they're pretty much sideways at the moment. Euro yen will be similar.
It came out bad for the dollar.
Oh, okay. So New Zealand dollar should start dropping. Don't see anything here yet. But that's a lot of candles in a row there. Okay, so Let's look at another dollar pair. Let's look at dollar yen. Well, this was before the news, and this is the news candle itself. Let's take another look at euro dollar. Well, apparently it wasn't that bad. Let's take a look at pound dollar. This looks pretty good, but again, nothing here to really to get excited about. Aussie yen. I like this, but we need a pullback here, and we've got some room to the bottom on Aussie yen. Let's put this in here. This might not turn into anything by the time we're gone. I want to go over those long-term setups. I'm going to go to the pound Aussie daily. Let me go to the blank chart and pound Aussie daily, because our line should be in there. Okay, and that was a daily chart. Okay, yeah, so on the pound Aussie daily, we had this this 1, 2, 3 here. All right. And we can look for a close below here, or a close below this shelf right here. No, or we could say a close below the what do you call it? The 38. Let me put some numbers in here. That's the 618. That's FA. And it's
Percent dollar.
Oh, percent dollar. Okay. Dyslexia gets me again, but that's okay. Okay, so we can look at an aggressive entry. We can set our entry for 152.75. I'll say 152.75. So let me just write this down. 2.152.70. I'll go 70. I'll go a couple pips lower. All right. So now we're going to go here. New order. Pending. Sell stop at 152.70. Is it a comma or a dot? 2.152.70. Okay, we're going to place that. Now our stop is going to be at this swing high, which is that's a double. What's that? At 2200. Okay, so that's pretty easy. What am I doing here? Why is this up? Oh, sell stop. Okay, good. What was that? 22000. So we're going to go back here, modify, and this is going to be stop loss is 2.2000. What happened? Oh, the new candle thing got me. We're 2.2000. Okay, great. Modify. And now our take profit is going to be, I would say, right here at 207,500. So we go back here, modify, and take profit is going to be, I forgot the number, 2.0. What did I say it was? 2.07. I try to round it up. 2.075 no, 2.07500 and 2.07500 and modifying. So that's going to be one set and forget. That may take a long time to come about because it's on a daily chart, but it could happen on a 4-hour or whatever. But that looks like it's going to be a decent long-term trade. So that was the pound dollar.
Pound dollar. Is that the trade size you want for that?
Oh, gee. You know, let me make it a 0.2. Thank you for that. Oh, I can't change the trade size.
Oh, so you have to do a new trade.
Yeah, no, you know what? I'll leave it the way it is and see what happens as we get close to the trade. I'll leave it the way it is for now. And the other one was the on Euro Yen, we have a daily price trap. But Euro Dollar, we have a 1 hour. Let's go to Euro Dollar. Oh, we're in Euro Dollar already. Okay, I don't want to screw with that. Let me just close this, open this. We didn't get our signal here we were looking for. And let's look at Euro Dollar because it was against us pretty good. Now it's in our favor. Okay, now I will put in a 10 pip stop. See that? And now I will put, I've got my take profit in already. So this will be today's short-term set and forget. All right, unless it gives us 10 pips real quick, and then you know me. I will grab it. Now let's go back here. Yeah, I'll leave the Euro Yen alone for the moment. A pound Aussie short we were looking at also. Oh, that's it. We set that up already. Aussie dollar short. Let me go to Aussie dollar. Oh, let me slide this over so you could see. Aussie dollar, we saw a long-term short. And that might have been on the, oh, that was this thing. That was that 1 hour setup there. But right now, this needs to pull back a little bit. I'll just make this a lighter color so we can see it. This needs to pull back. So there's really nothing here we can set a trade up on. You know what I mean? Well, I should say that's the only way I would do it. I would need to see a little bit of a pullback for us to take this short because there's already 4 candles on a 1 hour chart. Let me go to a 15 and cheat a little bit. Fart, that would have been our entry right there. Right there would have been a beautiful entry. And actually, this is the close below. This actually isn't a bad entry with a 15 pip stop. Okay, you know what? I'll take that off the 15, but it's based on the 1 hour. So let me go here, new order. This will be a 0.2. And this will be a sell, and this will be the other set and forget. Okay on that, and we're going to put our stop up here. Yeah, put stop right there. Now the good thing about it is if this stops out up here, we could be setting ourselves up for the trade on the other side, which is kind of good. I prefer pending orders on these types of things. And we want our take profit. I'll come just a hair above this. Thank you for that.
You're talking to machines now, Lou.
Yeah, I know it's, you know, okay, and that's where I want my stop. Okay, my take profit's going to be down there 70, so I'm risking 15 to make 70. All right. And that was Aussie dollar, and we have a pound dollar pending on the daily. We don't know how long that'll take to unfold. All right, and so, and you guys can manage it. You know, if you see something shady or, but the stop loss never goes back, it only moves forward. only. And if we get a close below here, well, moving the stop loss to this high is only a couple of pips, but that would be the idea. Let's look at our, oh, let me leave that. Let me minimize this, go back to our main chart. And part of the reason I do this with the naked chart is that when I drag all these pairs over, all my lines are still in there. It doesn't erase them. It used to get kind of cumbersome doing it the other way. All right, so we're still looking good on this. We have our stop up here. All right, we can get rid of this line. We can get rid of this. And again, we've got longer term targets out here, so I'm willing to accept that. Oh, Jesus. It's funny how people are. You tell them 10 o'clock, and I'll call a couple of minutes early. Oh, jeez. And I have to take this. This is about my wife's nurse. I'll be right back. Good morning.
Phil?
How's it going, Daryl?
Hey, great. Hey, I've been gone for about 4 or 5 days, and I saw you post in the room some trades that you were taking. Were those about the trades started during the lesson, and then you took care of them afterwards?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. He took trades Friday class, and then just like he did here, and he kind of just, had us take profit and things. And then throughout the day, I just came back to the chart and managed it a little bit, like by bringing the stop loss down a little, or taking profit a little bit early if we think that the chart's going to turn around.
Oh, okay. Any days that I missed that had significant different stuff on?
No, I think that could be the only day you missed because this is the first class this week.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't think we had an issue or whatever, but she did say it took an hour and a half for her to get there. Ah. Okay. Just as long as it wasn't anything that, may have happened on our part. All right. 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 Did she drop the other case? Because she said she had another one on. Oh, so yeah, it could be that she found something else. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for the information, and we'll take it a step at a time. All right. Thank you. Bye bye. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, that was a call that I had to take. Concerning these set and forget trades, we're going to be looking for more of these on the H4s and dailies because sometimes they may take a while to set up, but they can be really, really lucrative and they can generate quite a few pips. So as we start looking through them, I'm going to go over some of the lessons concerning range trading, Fibonacci expansions, that sort of thing. So you know where I'm coming from. And that was the other tool, Tony, I wanted to ask you about. I had someone make a Fibonacci tool for me that would uh, draw the retracements and the expansions. And I'm not sure what broker it's on. It's probably on my old computer. But essentially what I would do, which was kind of cool, like the Fibonacci's have certain rules. I'll just draw one in here. Oh, let me just go to a blank chart. Okay, so Fibonacci's, let me pick a pair that we don't have anything on. Pound Chef, that's good. Yeah, so, let me turn this off. So let me find kind of an atypical thing here. Okay, this is a good one. Let's take this fib right here, from here to here. Oh, Jesus, did it again. Fibble properties, and this should be navy blue. Okay, so in this case, we drew this fib from here to this point. We had a bounce off the 618. Normally, the 618, if you bounce off the 618, I don't want to say every time, the vast majority of the time, it will come down to a level about here. Okay, and I don't know the exact number, and I actually have the form on one of my other charts. And so I drew a tool. I had a tool that would draw the Fibonacci. You draw the Fibonacci. You drag the tool on top of the chart, and it was color coded so that if it bounced off a red level, the target was the red level below it. So I wanted to clean that up, but I first have to find it. That's one method. Also with the range trading is another method. And as always, I like my my wedges. All right, so those will be the three. We're going to be looking at ranges, and they can either be a sideways range like this, okay, or an ascending or descending range like this. Okay, and as you know, if we break this range and then retrace, this move should go a distance equal to the width of the original range. On higher time frames, these things are just really, really beautiful. They're just really good to see them pan out. Okay, so we'll go over that a little bit each day because I want to find one or two of these a day because these are how I kept myself afloat when I was still working in the construction business because I'd come home at night and I could look for these and set them up and just go to work. And because I'm at work, I wasn't looking at the chart, screwing around with it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to move stuff around. I just had to let the numbers work out. And these things worked out so well so much of the time that they have become like my second backbone in trading. So we're going to touch on these a little bit on every session. We're still going to scalp and do our thing, okay? But every day I want to look at these and I'll go over a mini lesson on each one and add to each lesson each day, you know, so we don't lose the scope of our scalping, okay? If there are any questions or anything before
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, okay, good. And what are we in now? We're in Euro dollar and Aussie dollar, and they're both in the same direction, which is good. But we got longer, okay, Euro dollar, and I need to bring Aussie dollar up to the top. And we've got long-term targets on these. So we'll see how they play out. And if they don't play out, that's okay because, you know, as you've seen already, we can get back whatever goes the opposite way. All right. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.
Thank you, Luke.
All right. Be well.
Yep, thanks, Luke.